We need to find a way to fight and get our European brothers some guns. That sucks. They can't have guns at all.
I remember the first NRA commercial I ever saw that made me sign up for the NRA, and it was in some European country, maybe even Australia, where they had outlawed guns, and they just had a pile of over and under sporting shotguns, nice, beautiful, like pieces of work, and they're chop sawing them in half, one after another, and throwing them in this big pile. And there's some cowboy talking over. He's like, "Is this what you want to see in your neck of the woods?" "Not me, brother. That's why and then they cut to him riding his horse. "That's why I ride with the NRA. When the NRA's riding shotgun, your rights are covered, brother. Sign up today. Lifetime membership only $149.99. I'm just like, beep, boop, 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 boop.
Oh, and Kyle, you mentioned this years ago, but you were like, dude, the NRA are kind of pussies. The hardcore guys are the Gun Owners of America. The Gun Owners of America. I found them on Twitter, and like, while the NRA is like, it's not we're okay with the bump stocks being removed, but it's not okay to go further than that. And then the Gun Owners of America are like, everyone should have an M1 Abrams tank if they so choose.
Yeah.
They cannot limit your ability to own a firearm or a vehicle containing a firearm.
Yeah, the NRA is like boomer shit, where they're like, everybody's got a right to a hunting rifle. 5 rounds. I'm not saying more than 5 rounds, but 5 rounds is reasonable. And GOA, Gun Owners of America, is like, no, like the Constitution says right to fucking bear arms, whatever the fuck you want.
All the fun stuff. I saw pictures from a gun range in California recently that said no more than 1 round per chamber, no rapid firing, on a sign where it was like, you can't put more, like if you're shooting a 9
magazine,
that doesn't make sense.
Per magazine. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense at all. I've been to numerous ranges in California where people would bring out AKs and MP5s. And
oh, sure. Most of them are not like that, but
yeah, that's insane. That's great.
Because you're in California, right?
Yeah. So, and like, but I've been like through Central California and like Southern California, like pretty much all of it. And kind of been to gun ranges in most of those places. And they usually are pretty just open. You can just sort of
running a gun range must be so fucking stressful. Cause I've seen those videos on the internet of people like,
yeah.
For one thing, the one I used to go to, you would be standing in your booth and the targets are down range, and you'd look up and you'd see so many bullet holes in the fucking ceiling and in like the side of the booth, and like all these negligent discharges of people who had shot holes in stuff that's like up here. The targets are over here, and there's holes up there. And it's like, how does this happen so regularly that they stopped patching? Like it's a common occurrence for these people. And then I
can't spare the spackle to just
it's steel. It's steel. They're shooting through steel up there.
Wow.
And then I've seen plenty of people when they're shooting some pistols, they go boom, and the recoil brings up, and somehow like they're holding I think they're squeezing the trigger down low, but the inertia forced it forward, and so they just fire it. They go ba-boom. And the second one's in the fucking ceiling, and it's always some little lady who couldn't handle the recoil, and she's blasting a hole in the roof. It must be a nightmare. And then I see people like, I saw that guy who like shot himself in the hand. He's like checking if the gun's working and shoots himself through the hand. Like all sorts of wild stuff.
Dude, fucking what is it? 800 blackout or 300 blackout? Yeah, 300 blackout is one of the spookiest, quietest fucking rounds. Like I don't know the power load. Again, I don't know any of the fucking science behind it, but it is just so scary quiet for how terrifyingly huge that fucking round is. Or 8.6, 300 and 8.6. And then the round is split like in 3 ways, and it opens like a fucking banana peel. And it curls back on itself like you can drop a rhino. I've literally seen like the aftermath of
with
like large game animals.
Not with 300 blackout.
With 8.6.
Probably something different. 8.6? I don't know what you're
8.6.
Oh, 8.6.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. That's a different thing.
I think it's made by Q Industries.
8.6 millimeter rifle. Oh,
I think
yeah.
it's
Okay.
yeah.
I didn't know these existed until this very moment.
Yeah, I've met the owner of that company. He's a super cool guy, Kevin Brittingham, and yeah, it opens up like a fucking banana peel, and he uses it to hunt large game in like South Africa.
So this would be good for home defense.
Yes. No, dude. Unironically, yes, because it stops. It like it splatters out, so you only kill the guy. Like that, the AK that I was just holding up would be dangerous because that round is going to let the neighbor's kids know what's up.
Yeah.
But 8.6 will blow up and hit the drywall and be done.
Huh. I'm seeing mostly subsonic, really heavy bullets coming out of this thing. It looks like, so that all makes sense. Like 288 grain gorilla fracturing subsonic, traveling at 1,000 feet per second.
And they are spooky fucking quiet. I know, like, my gun-minded friends are gonna watch this episode and be like, "Trout, you're fucking retarded." But me telling you my retarded know nothing information, they're subsonic, so they're spooky fucking quiet. They open up like banana peels and they do scary damage.
Never let a lack of knowledge stop you from saying anything.
No,
I confidently say
I hear them talk often about that. Yeah,
we don't know anything about
300 Blackout is very cool and going to be a lot cheaper to operate than that thing. It's an AR caliber that's subsonic, 30 caliber, and it's like what the Honey Badger is, if you know what that is.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Oh, you showed me that rifle the other week. That looks pretty slick. I like the look of that one. Yeah.
I would just get a standard AR-15, 300 Blackout or something, though, if you wanted to be like, it's really good for like nighttime hunting. If you're hunting foxes or coyotes, or especially pigs, because it's got a lot of wallop to 100 yards. Not much after that.
Well, I'm an impractical idiot, and so I'm gonna obviously buy the 1022 as my next one. That's just to have, because I have a ton of fucking 22 ammo I can blow through, and after that, I want a wheel gun. I want a revolver.
Okay. Yeah,
sick ass revolver. You sent me
Colt Python,
the Ruger SP 101, something like that, like a 357.
Yeah, I think for what you want to spend, a Ruger is going to be the move.
That seems good. Budget? Yeah, the problem with the Smith and Wessons is they're like $1,500, and I can get a similar gun from Ruger for $700-800. And I don't want to spend $1,500 if I can get the same thing, because it's not like this would ever be a practical gun. It would just be like this is really fun.
You got deer with it.
With a 357,
44 Magnum. I'd get a 44 Magnum.
Oh no, I'm not going to get a 44 Magnum.
It's not that big of a deal.
They're more expensive than 357.
Well, yeah.
The ammo is going to be even more.
But then you get to do the Dirty Harry speech in the mirror when nobody's around.
Yes.
Yeah, but I haven't seen that movie, so I don't know.
I know what you're asking.
You've not seen Dirty Harry?
5 rounds or 6.
Oh.
To tell you the truth, and all that trouble back there, got a little mixed up myself. But being this is the 44 Magnum, the most powerful handgun on earth, and it'll blow your head clean off. You gotta ask yourself one question: do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk? and the guy's like, nah. He was about to reach for a shotgun. He's like, nah.
All right, that's pretty sick. Maybe I should buy the 44.
Taylor, you gotta watch Dirty Harry. You gotta watch Dirty Harry. Dirty Harry is a classic.
You'll like it because it's one of those movies where he's like old school, and they're trying to put women and minorities into the police force, regardless of the performance level.
Yuck!
And he's not standing for it. That's part of what makes him Dirty Harry. He's when I see a suspect chasing a woman in an alley, and he's ripped her clothes off and he's erect, I don't ask questions. I just kill the son of a bitch. God damn it, Harry!
Sounds cool.
Yeah, it's where all the tropes came from. It's where all the cop tropes came from. It's those films. That and Magnum Force. Have you ever seen Magnum Force? Magnum Force is also pretty fun. So
I bet Kyle's seen it.
Of course.
Oh, Magnum Force is so good.
He made like 4 of those Dirty Harry movies. He kept making them. I like them. I don't care. That's why my dad bought all those 44 Magnums. He's got a bunch of 44 Magnums. He was super into it himself back in the day.
I think my grandpa was into it because when he was a trucker in the 70s, he had a 44 Magnum revolver. That was like his carry gun while trucking.
Dirty Harry probably sold millions of that gun. I mean, most likely people were like,
and it's not the most powerful handgun on earth anymore, but at the time I reckon it was, and everybody was like, that's the most powerful one. How do I get one? How much?
Yeah.
It was that then the Deagle kind of overtook it.
No. Is it? Well, the Desert Eagle comes in 44 Magnum and then 50 Action Express. I don't know how much I had that gun exactly, but I didn't think the 50 Action Express was like miles more powerful than the 44 Magnum. It's the 500 Smith & Wesson Magnum that's the big dog. That's that giant revolver that hurts to shoot.
I shot one of those, and we were recreating the remember that the guy whose kid got molested, Gary.
Yes.
Gary.
Why, Gary?
Why, Gary? Why?
Yeah.
And it was the phone booth, and he reaches under his arm and fucking blows the guy's head off. And so we recreated it with the 38 special that he was shooting with, and then we did it with the 500. And I got bit hard by the fucking hammer shooting that 500 one-handed. Like the hammer of the pistol came up and just slammed into my forearm, cut me open. But I blew that fucking ballistic head clean open.
That's one of the videos ever. And then the whole jury's like, let him give him a key to the city.
I don't even think they went to the trial. I think they just
I don't even think so.
Did. I think they gave him some light thing.
He got community service. He got like 500 hours community service or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.